The Chatterbox is here with former two-time heavyweight champion CHRIS BYRD. We're at the Pacquiao media workout, and Chris has a lot of new exciting plans he'd like to share with the fans.
Yeah.
So how are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing really good. I'm really blessed and happy, as you can tell.
You just recently moved to San Diego where you're training boxers, and you also have a new talk show on your website. Can you tell me about Bird's Eye View?
Yeah, I started the Bird's Eye View about 5 weeks ago. It's a boxing show where I talk to a lot of boxers or trainers that were boxers or anybody that's in boxing, like promoters, and just getting it from a boxer's point of view. And having more exposure for other boxers also, because in boxing, after you're done boxing, where do we go? You may see one guy or on one network and another guy on network, but you only see one boxing guy. On my show, it's a boxer doing it. I want to have all the fighters on there talking about the sport. We're going to have round tables, just discussing bouts because it's our knowledge. I've been through it. I know boxing. I've been boxing since I was 5 years old. So coming from another boxer, you will see real stuff.
Who would be your dream guest on your talk show if you could get them?
Oh, anybody, really. I'm a boxing fan. I've been a boxing fan and a boxer since I was 5 years old. So I look at a guy like Manny Pacquiao to a certain guy like a boxer here that's named Steve Forbes. I interview both. I mean, it's great. I'm excited to see both guys. You know, it's boxing. So I want to get boxers to tell their story and share their experiences, and that's what it's about.
In your own world championship career, who would you say was your toughest opponent?
Oh, my toughest opponent, easy, Vladimir Klitschko, the current heavyweight champion. Vladimir and Vitaly. Vitaly quit in the 9th round against me, but really tough fight. You know, you got guys 6'7", 6'8", that very skillful. Vladimir is very powerful, and that's why he's the current champion now. And when I boxed him, I lost my title in 2006, and he's still champion. So, you know, I had a lot of hard fights, a lot of big guys, but Vladimir Klitschko is definitely one of the best I've fought.
What do you think it's going to take to topple these two giants in the boxing world?
Oh my! I really, right now, I really can't tell you. It's a hard matchup for any boxer. You got guys that tall, that big, and that talented. They have an upper hand on a lot of heavyweights of today. A lot of heavyweights don't have that much experience, or they don't have a great game plan. You got to be willing to risk everything against them. If you're a short guy, you got to bring pressure and be in the best shape of your life to keep the pressure on them and maneuver enough to not get hit with the big punches and still win rounds. And the taller guys, they got to work on their skill set. You know, I don't know how many trainers out there that can really teach the taller guys a skill set that's unmatched, but it still remains to be seen.
Spoken like a true trainer, I heard you have an Australian contender?
Yeah, I got an Australian contender coming up coming here in February. He was one of the top world amateur super heavyweights, and now he wanted to come to America and train with me. And my goal is to get him to the title. You know, get him to the highest level of the sport. Give him a skill set that's unmatched in boxing, especially among heavyweights. Since the Klitschko brothers are fading out, we have a new crop of young heavyweights coming up, and I'm hoping, his name is Trent Rollins. I'm hoping that and praying that he'll be in that mix of a young, great heavyweight, somebody to look out for.
Okay, great. So you are a former champion, current trainer, motivational speaker, talk show host, and I'd like to get your opinion as an analyst. If Mayweather ever fought Pacquiao, what would happen?
You know what? I don't pick fights. That's one thing I stopped doing, because in boxing, you don't know the mindset of a guy, or you don't know what he's going through. So before fights, so when he get in the ring, it's a matchup thing. I mean, Pacquiao does so many things well. He's powerful with his left hand, he's very fast, and he maneuvers really good. Then you got Mayweather on the other hand, who slows the pace down, and his whole goal is to make you think. So when you contrast these two styles, it's whoever's going to be dominant in their style and can execute whatever. And that's boxing in itself. It looks on paper like one guy may be better, but until you get in the ring, until they get in front of each other, there's certain things in the ring that the public don't see that a boxer sees that throws them off. So I just think it's going to be a great fight.
Would you say that's your #1 matchup that you'd like to make it happen, if it could?
That's one. I mean, it's so many matchups in boxing that, because I'm such a boxing fan, I want to see a lot of matchups. I mean, just guys just fighting and risking it. You got a champion here and a champion here in a weight class. Risk it. Unify it. Don't worry about the money. Don't worry about, and I know it's about, you know, making money and supporting your family, but it's about who's going to be the best. That's what I love about the sport. You can have 4 champions and at separate times, but if guys unify to see who's the best, you're willing to put it on the line every time you get in the ring. So that's what boxing is about.
Your passion still comes through.
Oh man, I love it. I love the sport.
Any chance for a comeback? I have to ask that.
No, I think about it all the time, and that's one of the hardest things for a boxer, especially when you're at the highest level. You know, I was champion, I did well, and I'm still in great shape, and I still feel like I got it. But I'm leaving I left the sport with senses. I was blessed enough to still have all my senses, faculty, no major injuries, and be able to stand here and speak with you about the sport. Now, I'm going to take it to another level or a different direction and talking about it and breaking down the sport since I really know it.
Thank you very much, champ, and good luck in all your future endeavors.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
No problem. Thanks, Chris.